Thank you again for your time and for your support. This video, as a disclaimer, I am posting it because I want to be able to show my mistakes, to learn from them. It is not my best work, but it is about showing progress and practicing so that I could have progress. And so that I can share the mistakes I did, just in case you're just beginning, you can learn from me and we can learn together, right? So I hope everyone is doing well. As you could see here, what I'm going to go ahead and start right off with my first mistake here. Normally in the other few videos that I've posted, I've told you that since the moment that I put the acrylic on, I like for my nails to be thin. That way I don't have to do much filing afterwards. Well, with this set of nails in particular, I actually did the opposite. I'm not gonna put excuses, but it was late. I was sick, and it just didn't feel right from the beginning. They ended up being thick, and so at the end, I would say that even my filing didn't turn out that well. So they are thicker than I like them to be. But hey, again, I did. As I was watching this video, I hesitated on posting it, but again, this channel is about being real and posting, what it is and learning from the mistakes. So here it is for you guys to watch. Here's another mistake. Don't do the following. You see that extra acrylic that I showed on there? If you didn't, please feel free to rewind it. That acrylic, I should have removed it, but instead I put it back onto the nail, which made my nail look thicker and more round. I feel like before I said don't do this, the nail looked good already, but as I did that, it made the nail look rounder. Mistake number 3, I would say, on here. I put a lot of acrylic for my pinky nail. It was a short nail. And I'm sorry, just for clarification, this is not my hand. I'm doing my daughter's nails here. I feel like I put too much acrylic, so it's already looking thick as it is, and I'm barely on the ball number 2 of acrylic. But anyways, since I ended up doing this, I had to put extra effort into the filing, which you're about to see, but it could have made my job easier and faster had I done that from the beginning, right? Had it looked good from the beginning. But anyway, so after I finished with the acrylic, I moved on to filing, and this is when, again, I'm getting rid of all of the extra acrylic that's on the edges, and I'm trying to reshape the nails here. Now, again, disclaimer, this video is not a step-by-step instruction on how to do nails, because this is not my best work and I'm barely learning as well. But it is a video, again, of showing, the mistakes that we can all learn from. And I, again, welcome any suggestions that you may have. Please feel free to leave them in the comments. That is how I will learn, right, and get better. I'm also using my 5-in-1 drill bit here. I am making sure to be careful with the cuticle area. Now, this 5-in-1 nail bit already has some sort of protection for the cuticle area. That way we don't hurt the people that we're doing nails to. But still, I'm still careful as I do that. This video is fast forwarded in fast forward motion, so this is not the real speed that I did them did it with when I was doing nails. So just, don't worry, I wasn't going that fast on her nail. Here's a little close-up, and as you could see, it's hard to tell, but again, I'm only doing it in a one-way motion. Then I lift it, and then I go back to the original point and go over it again. So I'm not going back and forth here. Okay. These nails took me longer than the other 2 that I did, and that was, again, because they were thicker than the other 2. So if I would say, if you don't want to take that long as I did, please make sure to put the effort as you're applying the acrylic. But let me stop talking for a little bit and let me let you watch. I want to emphasize that right here, I'm just filing the edges, meaning the extra acrylic that is under the nails and also on the side, because the rest I want to take care of it with my nail bits. That black bit that you see on there, it is a buffer. So after I used the 5-in-1, I went ahead and used this buffer because they felt a little bumpy still. And this was my first time doing this strategy, and I just wanted to test it out. Every time that I'm doing nails, I have noticed that I do different things just so that I can test out what works for me, what feels better, what ends up looking better. And so that's what I'm doing. And this image here is after the filing. This is what they ended up looking like prior to adding the design that my daughter wanted. So this is just basically raw prior to the design. Right here you see me using foundation. This is not the final result, you guys, so please do not leave the video yet. This is just, again, I'm adding foundation so that then I can start adding, my color to the nail set. My daughter once again showed me a video of what she wanted. Here is another reminder of it. And that is what I'm intending to do here. So after I do the foundation gel, I went ahead and wiped it and I added pink gel. The foundation gel is part of the Beetles collection, and the pink gel is part of Model 1's. I will go ahead and insert a picture here. People pronounce it differently, so I'd rather show you than tell you which one it is. I know some people who speak Spanish, they pronounce it as modelones. And then, people who are English speakers only, I've heard them say Model 1's. But you tell me how you pronounce it. I know it'll be difficult to write it on the comments, but feel free to find a way where I can understand how you pronounce it. That would be great. For some reason, and I don't know why, it was hard for the polish to be visible. I guess it is because it's a light color, but also it felt like the color was sliding through. And in fact, in one of the nails, there was a part that the color kept falling off, you can say, kind of chipping. I'll show you later, but I wonder if it's because I put foundation on the bottom. I'll try it next time without it, and then I'll put the foundation on top, but I wonder how that's going to work. But anyways, here I'm using a thin brush, painting brush, to create that smile line. And on some of the nails, I also use that same thin brush to fill in the rest of the color on the French tip, you can say. But I've noticed that when I use the actual brush that comes in your gel polish, it creates a better result than when I do it with this thin brush, because for some reason it gives me stripes as I color it in. That would be also another thing that I would love to hear from you guys. What works better for you, and why do you think that happens, or what do you suggest if using the thin brush is the better option to go by? Can you give me some hints on how I can, prevent those lines or stripe lines from staying on the color? I would greatly appreciate any tips that you may have about this or anything else that you've seen on the video. All right, guys, the video is coming to the end. You will soon be seeing the results. I greatly appreciate the time that you took to watch this video. I also want to give credit to my sister, Jackie, for recommending that I do the heart with a dotting tool. And if you don't know what a dotting tool is, you'll be seeing it soon as I'm creating the heart. I would say that if I were to do it again, I would use a smaller dotting tool because I feel like the hearts were a little too big for my liking. But, you be the judge of that. Another thing, if I may please remind you, if you could please hit that like button, it would help me out a lot to be recommended to other new nail technicians or even experienced ones who can help me to improve. So I would greatly appreciate your support. But for now, I'm going to let you go so you can watch the rest of the video and so that you can see the final result. Let me know what you think. Enjoy. See you next time. Bye-bye.